What's going on, Postcard Marketing Pros? Today we're looking at a Scout Design postcard from 2016. There are definitely some things we've learned about postcard design since then, so let's take a look. Today's postcard marketing video is sponsored by very bright lights, which you can see are here pointing at me. All right, let's get into it. Great. So what we save saves us. I just love this headline. I know it's not specific, which I generally would rally against. It has to be specific. What's your benefit? But I love that. I love it's the text here and the message that it's very emotional. So it's going for a little bit different thing than most of the postcards that we look at, and I kind of like that. It draws your attention in, right? Stop buying polluting power. I like that too. But again, like, this call to action is not great. Like, it needs to be in your face. Here's what to do. Next steps. Type in, call this phone number, go to this URL. That call to action needs to be in the same place, and you need to have multiple options. So I think this could have been done much better if we had a big phone number, a big URL, a QR code here, and really promoted that go zero down, $0 per month. That's really key. And then had some expiration date, right? This offer only lasts for blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of important. And you need to think about that when you're doing your postcard. Why should I act now? I'll just put it on my desk and do it later. And this is just so key, and so many people miss it. Let's go to the backside. So Peter, first name, I like that, right? Attention grabbing, great. Start with the first name. Live your beliefs. That's good too. I think in this case we targeted based on people that really cared about the environment. So that was a good idea. Dump PG&E. People hate PG&E here in California because of power outages, wildfires, like a bunch of reasons. They kind of all blame it on PG&E. So this is a really good attention-getting headline. I like that. The logo doesn't need to be as big here. I just don't think it's as important. I love the 1, 2, 3, right? We pay to upgrade your roof with solar. We also pay to rent your roof. We slash your utility bills too. I think it's a little unclear how this all works. Like, it feels a little voodoo. It's like, okay, well, where do you make your money? How does it work? So I think we could have been a little bit better at explaining how this particular offer works. And then, I like the big call. We should have had an expiration date here. I like that you can visit too. That's good. This is also kind of tricky. What we did is we actually looked at your roof and calculated the amount of money that you could get back based on your roof. And that's where the earn up to blank per year. That was a calculated value. So there's no way that you would know that except like star based on your roof size. So I think that this is nothing that we could control, but I think that this particular company should have changed up their offer and how they talk about it, because, again, super confusing, right? It's like, okay, so I don't pay anything. Do I get a discount on my electric bill? Who owns the solar panels? It was kind of a very complicated offer, but I love the earn up to $750 a year. Again, that it should be combined with the Act Now section, so those are very close together. The $750 should be, big, and it should probably even be a little bit more elusive, right? Like, earn up to $750 a year. Like, that probably should have been the headline. And, based on your roof, we think that we could pay you up to $750 a year. Here's how that works. So I think I would, again, focus on the offer as the kind of thing to talk about, because it relates directly to the product. And then you don't get into the nuances of like, well, who owns what? And it's like, you don't pay anything. We pay you $750 a year. We install solar panels on your roof. If we can, we give you some of that electricity back. So I think overall, I just would have really changed the way that the offer is positioned and how the offer is structured on the card. So all of the calls to action in one section, and then throw a big old expiration date. We're only working with a certain amount of people in your area, or, we only have X amount of slots available, or we only have Y amount of capacity available. I don't know exactly how they would have done it, but yeah. So that's what I would change about the postcard that we designed in the past. I would say overall the headlines are pretty strong in this card, and the imagery is pretty strong if you're going for an emotional response. but the calls to action are all over the place. So like maybe C plus on this postcard, maybe B minus. Well, you should congratulate yourself for learning a little bit more about postcard design and postcard marketing.